Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. 3 new players who bring excitement to Cowboys training camp. Like a nice, gentle rain, the cleansing of the Mike McCarthy era seems to have added more excitement as training camp begins for the Dallas Cowboys. Who knows the reasoning? Maybe it's the coaching staff or the off-season moves they've made, but the current energy level surrounding this team has fans around Cowboys Nation optimistic and excited for a change. It's refreshing. While Cowboys' new head coach Brian Schottenheimer seems to have injected a renewed energy in this team so far, he's still somewhat of an enigma considering this is his first time calling the shots as a head coach. It's a little difficult to get too excited about him as of yet, but some of the new faces he's added to the roster this offseason may be a different story. Through free agency, trades, and the NFL draft, the Cowboys have added over 30 new faces to the roster this year, many of which will be expected to play prominent roles this season. Of those new faces, several of them stand out from the rest and bring excitement with them as training camp gets underway. Below are the ones we're most excited about watching. Running back Jaden Blue. On paper right now, the Cowboys' running back position leaves much to be desired. While Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders have had some success so far their careers in the NFL, both have issues with being counted on as legitimate starters. That makes it a little difficult to get too excited about what they bring to the Cowboys' offense. Rookie running back Jaden Blue could be a different story. The former Texas Longhorns running back was arguably one of the most explosive and versatile RBs in the entire 2025 draft class. While it's true he still needs to work on his ball security and may be nothing more than a complimentary back, the Cowboys haven't had this type of explosive weapon out of the backfield in quite some time. It's going to be really entertaining to see what he looks like when the pads come on. Quarterback Joe Milton. Whether you love him or hate him, Dak Prescott is still the unquestioned starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys for the foreseeable future. His injury history over the past several years has made the backup position behind him an important one, and with Cooper Rush longer with the organization to play that role, the Cowboys looked elsewhere and traded with the New England Patriots to acquire second-year quarterback Joe Milton. Milton is almost the complete opposite to what the Cowboys had in Cooper Rush. He's young, athletic, and has a strong arm with the developmental upside to possibly start down the road at some point. He's already showcased his arm strength and athleticism in OTAs and minicamp, eliciting excitement from many fans around Cowboys Nation. Hopefully he can carry that over to training camp, preseason, and continue to develop his craft. Wide receiver George Pickens. One of the biggest storylines leading up to the 2025 NFL Draft until its completion was which wide receiver would play the wide receiver 2 role behind CeeDee Lamb this season. No one was too excited about Jalen Tolbert playing that role, and the other options the Cowboys had were even less inspiring. Thankfully, none of that will come to fruition due to the acquisition of George Pickens via trade from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pickens is a proven commodity already in NFL and one of the best deep threats in the entire league. His addition changes the entire dynamic for the Cowboys' offense this year and improves their overall depth by leaps and bounds. He's been regarded as a perfect complement to CeeDee Lamb and gives Dak Prescott one of the best wide receivers duos in the entire league. The excitement he brings to training camp is unmeasurable. Micah Parsons could face consequences amid contract situation. The Dallas Cowboys aren't making the right decision with Micah Parsons, one of the top players in the NFL, if not the best. It's clear that Parsons deserves to be played like some of the other top edge rushers in the NFL, with Myles Garrett and T.J. Watt recently getting long-term deals. Watt became the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history, while Garrett isn't too far off. Parsons, who is expected to secure a deal larger than both of theirs due to his age and their contracts being finalized before his, is rightfully frustrated. However, according to a recent report from Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk, Parsons may face some consequences for his decision not to practice at training camp if he leaves. If a player leaves the team, during training camp or the regular season, he has 5 days to return. If he doesn't, the team can place the player on its reserve list as a retired player, Florio wrote. And if that happens under those specific circumstances, the player cannot play again that year. For any team, his contract gets told. Everything freezes in place. It's a no-win situation for the player. Parsons recently cited a back injury as the Dallas Cowboys are on the field, but it doesn't sound like it's anything major. Ultimately, it's clear that he doesn't want to practice because he's worried about getting hurt before he gets his deal. When speaking to reporters about the situation, he noted that he wants to stay with the Cowboys, but he has to do what's best for himself. Even though he wants to stay with the Cowboys, he understands that Jerry Jones is the one who signs the checks. I want to be here. I've always stated I want to be here, but at the end of the day, they sign the checks like always. Let's see if they want me to be here at the end of the day. Cowboys eyeing quiet secondary addition after surprise cut. The Atlanta Falcons have officially moved on from veteran cornerback Kevin King, releasing him ahead of the 2025 NFL preseason. A former second-round pick by the Green Bay Packers in 2017, King's career has been marked by flashes of potential but frequently derailed by injuries. Still, King's name could quietly resurface as a possible depth addition, and one team to watch is the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas isn't facing a talent shortage at cornerback, but they are dealing with lingering uncertainty. Trayvon Diggs, the team's all-pro ball hawk, and rookie Siobhan Revel both suffered season-ending injuries in 2024. While reports suggest both are progressing in rehab, there's no guarantee they'll return at full strength by week 1, or sustain it through a long season. To complicate matters, Darren Bland, who led the league in pick sixes 2 seasons ago, is approaching the final year of his rookie deal. And with the front office already entangled in tense negotiations surrounding Micah Parsons' looming contract extension, adding another major payday to the mix could prove difficult. The Cowboys do have depth, but it's largely unproven. Signing a veteran like Kevin King wouldn't be a blockbuster move, but it could provide veteran insurance as the team navigates its way through camp and into the regular season. King fits the mold of low-risk, high-upside gambles the Cowboys have been known to make late in the off-season. What do you think? Good signing? Tell us in the comments.